Welcome back to Dirty Digging Diaries. I'm Jessica, and today I'm going to show you 3 cheap or free things I did that totally reinvented my landscaping. Number 1, a new accent piece. I found this pot at a yard sale for $3. $3. It's perfect for my desert landscaping. Number 2, redwood chips. You can get a 2.5 cup bag of redwood chips from Lowe's or Home Depot for like $4. And the last thing I did that totally changed my yard was moving old landscaping rocks from the backyard to the front. Back to this super cute pot that I found at a yard sale. I always go to yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores. They have the best stuff for your garden, for your yard, pot, things you could make into a pot. So I got this pot for $4. Oh, there's my neighbor's cat Sushi underneath the patio couch there. Anywho, so I didn't want to spend any money on this other than for the pot itself. This is how we're gonna get stuff to fill this up. Oh, old. So I dug up some dirt that I knew had like compost properties in it because it had plants dying on it for a while. And then I went around to all my succulents and I cut off propagation. Succulents will propagate so well. All you gotta do is remember to water them. That's all you gotta do. So I went around to my yard and I cut off pieces, healthy pieces of all my succulents. Like this one. Do I know the individual names of each type of succulent? Hell no, I don't. This one is the leafy one. It's green. This one has little leaves and a brown stick. I should know this stuff. If you don't have any succulents, you can use other things that propagate well, such as lavender, salvia, bee balm, and phlox, as well as black-eyed Susan, foxglove, beard tongue, also geraniums, impatiens, and coleus. Coleus is my favorite. I have a bunch of coleus in the front. Unfortunately, I don't have enough coleus to propagate it right now, but I do have enough succulents. I have so many succulents. I have been growing these things for like 2 years almost, and they need a trim. Trimming is good for them anyway, and then you can utilize the cuttings. I don't know how these things survive the scorching heat where I live in the Mojave Desert. It can get up to 118 in July. And even August, I have to cover everything in those months to make sure that they don't burn to death and die, except succulents. So when people say that they can't keep their succulents alive, I'm like, well, are you murdering it? Like, what are you doing to it? And I guess you guys just think that like they don't need sun. Maybe you're not keeping it in the sun and watering it. All you have to do is keep it in the sun and water it. These things do not die. They don't die at my house. I don't know what you guys did to it. Just kidding. Not really though, if your succulents are dying. Okay, here we go. If you look closely, you can see my coleus back there, but it's kind of hiding underneath all the succulents and that purple lady thing. So I have so many of this kind. This one really just thrives. You can't get rid of it. It's almost like a weed. It grows like a weed, but it's not ugly like a weed. Some weeds aren't ugly to me, but you know what I mean. Oh, mint. There's a bunch of mint right there. Mint. You could propagate mint like nothing else. Mint does not die either. Mint is like the cockroach of plants. And some people don't like it, but I love it. I love mint. It's beautiful. It smells good. It keeps away pests and rodents and some bugs. Even cats. Like, I love my cats, but I don't want her to poop in my plants. And the mint really keeps them away from pooping in my plants. So, as you can see, I also have a lot of cactuses, but I didn't want to put any cactus pads in this accent piece that I'm making because I'm really trying to grow my cactuses big. And I'm thinking about cutting off some pads and maybe selling them because I have some beautiful cactuses. Okay, back to the pot itself. I'm going to water the dirt that's in there before I set these succulents on top of it. Then I'm going to add some redwood chips as well. And I have this little colorful solar motion sensored light I'm going to add to that. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like at nighttime. I bought it for my daughter. She didn't want it. She got sick of it after a week and gave it back to me, which is a common occurrence with her. And so I put it in this light and it looks really cool at night. Something I regret is that I filled the pot with dirt before I placed it on top of the bricks I wanted it to sit on because this was so heavy. I had to drag it over, but I did get it up on the brick. Another thing I'm going to do to this pot is I'm going to add marigold seeds under some of the dirt under the succulents because as the weeks go by, these will grow into really pretty flowers. Marigolds are really hardy. They're, what's the word I'm looking for? They grow really well in all types of environment, really. I can grow these all year long. They are sturdy. They keep growing. They're beautiful. They're hardy. I don't know if I'm saying the right words. And you get 1,000,000 seeds with like one plant, because all these seeds came from plants I already have in my yard, and I don't even have that many yet. The flower itself just dries out, and there you have it, the seeds. So I'm going to plant those underneath, and then I'm going to add the succulents on top. Oh yeah, and I found this random ornamental pine cone in the yard. I just bought this house a month ago, so I just found that over in the corner. I'm like, hey, let's put it in the pot. There it goes. Sure, why not? I also added some real pine cones that fell down from my neighbor's tree that hangs over my yard, and God bless that tree because it provides shade for like 80% of my garden, for real. Here's the part where I knew I messed up, because I put these bricks down for this pot, this accent piece, and here I go realizing I have to drag that heavy ass thing myself over there and put it on top of the bricks, but somehow I did it. Also thought you guys might like a booty shot. Here's a booty shot. This is a garden booty. I have this booty from doing squats, like hovering over plants, trying to arrange wood chips and trying to water the exact spot I want on the ground, and just out there for hours. I'll be out there gardening and not realize 5 hours went by. And then, okay, that's good for exercise, but in the meantime, I'm covered in bug bites. My hands are messed up because I took off my gloves at some point, never put them back on. So then I need like 3 days to heal. I have do cactus thorns have poison in them? I swear to God, when I get pricked by a cactus thorn, it hurts. Like, not just how a lesion in your skin. It feels like they injected poison in me. I'm gonna look that up. So absolutely not. Cactus pricks do not have poison in them. I'm just a big baby, but they can leave bacteria and things like that in your skin, which could cause an infection, kind of like when cats scratch you too deep. Moving on to the red wood chip. So this is what my yard looked like after I transplanted all those plants from my marital home when I left my husband. So I bought all these wood chips. One bag, this is 2.5 cut. One bag is less than $5. So I bought 3 of them, and they're really, really heavy. So I'm starting off by ripping the bag open, carrying it around in an empty planter rather. And I'm just going to put them around all the plants. Not only are these aesthetically pleasing, wood chips are really beneficial for plants in all types of weather. So right now it's very hot. We're approaching June, and it's going to be well over 100 degrees. The wood chips provide some shade for the ground where the roots are under. It also holds moisture in longer. They cool down the plant. And then the opposite is true in the winter. It keeps the ground warmer and provides warmth for the plants, and also the moisture and retaining the water longer. So that it's good all around for anything. This has been the most grueling chore. So there's all these rocks, and clearly this was landscape at one point, right? But over the years, it's been covered by weeds and dead foliage. So I'm taking a bunch of them. I'm going to move it to the front. And I'm also going to, once I get enough pulled back, plant a bunch of seeds right here. But for now, taking this to the front yard. Rinse them down. There's a hole in the bottom of this, but just one, so it's gonna take a while. Okay. I'm not gonna leave. I'll be out here. Where should this rock go? I have so many rocks. Maybe here. Big ass one. Well, this is how I like to clean old landscaping rocks. So obviously they're going to be covered in dead weeds and a bunch of dirt. So I like to use an old planter pot that has drainage holes. We could use any bucket with holes in the bottom. This one actually ripped, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna spray it down. Where's the sun? Okay. Look how beautiful these rocks are under all this old landscaping, all these dead weeds. Look at these rocks. Look. That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at these. These are gorgeous. It's going to be time consuming, but I love being out here, so look at this one. Beautiful. Look at these. And that's going to do it for this project. Of course, I'm just going to continue moving those landscaping rocks. So it's going to take me months of work because it took me like an hour just to move one bucket of rocks. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any comments or tips, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.